There you go.
It's
We're live, Frank.
There's a fucking driving force in my brain, bro. I can't explain it.
We're gonna look at the ceiling.
It's just pushing me to be so aware of everything. And it comes with its flip side, you know. It's not always good.
Hmm.
What?
You feel that one? At least it's not that bad. So you got the little swirly things, dude. I add the swirly things to it, and that way you can make your own little. You already know.
Your own vase.
I already showed you that a couple times.
A fancy vase.
But
The question is,
that
are
would be
you-
the storefront?
Are you really?
If we really want to put some cool shit up right there and make our storefront, get the logo thing kicking, and then
I feel like that'll all come as a byproduct. Oops. If you build it, they will come.
yeah, I agree.
But the movement, and you
should we
know,
start with something though?
for sure, and that's to grow the brand. I mean, even if every freaking dollar was put right back into,
I like what you got though, that GG thing. I think that'd be an easy logo maker.
it would.
You know what I mean?
And that's kind of up in the air. I keep having that vision, and the
Sure,
reason is
sure,
because it's applicable to
Short to
the
point,
younger
catchy.
generation.
You know,
You know,
It's
I
got
hear it
all- it's got
I hear it all the
things.
time when I play the game with Aiden.
It's
And
got
plus,
all
I got
things.
a 12-year-old boy, and he's always I hear him on the headset.
Yeah.
GG's, you know, GG's.
Yeah.
That's as far as I know. You know,
good game, right?
gratitude and growth.
Right?
Uh,
Good game. Gratitude and growth. It's huge, dude.
and I think it would just be easy. You know,
It
it would resonate with a lot of
it
people.
resonates with me. You know, that's the whole red and blue thing. It's the giving and receiving, and
Mhm.
you know, it's the same type of concept you got there. It's gratitude and growth. Gratitude, growth. You're giving, you're taking, or I'm sorry, you're giving and you're receiving. You know, like you're grateful for having growth. You're actually in tuned and thriving with your life. And that could be as simple as you got to enjoy doing nothing today. That's still success to me.
Yeah.
So
The ability to control your perception all the time. It doesn't. It is not so much even mood anymore. You know, because I could not have the best mood, but I can still be grateful. You know, I may be struggling with a mood, or I'm going through something that is bugging me, but it's easier if I live in the moment to recognize that emotional pattern. It's easier to deal with now. Like you usually feelings just flow right through me. Okay, well this feels this way. I don't want to feel this way. I label it, I process it, and then but sometimes there's little residuals that come with it, and you're not in the necessarily the best mood per se. So it lingers almost.
yeah,
But I am getting better at delegating feelings, and that's by simply just living in the now, living for right now.
yeah,
And genuinely wanting to be in the moment and indulge in the moment, you know.
yeah. It's worse for me when I'm driving. So I'm out actually on 465 and I get triggered real easy and I want to cuss somebody out. And it's really great practice for me.
It is.
Because like I get pissed and I don't need to be getting pissed, and I catch myself all the time going, all right.
I don't know if this is a term
I just
or
wanna,
not,
go
but-
slow, John. You don't need to be going fast anyway. Like, what are you worried about? Who cares? Why is this upsetting you?
controlling my thoughts has been
So
a
I get
huge
back to,
hurdle.
yeah, I mean, it helps keep me out of my ego, like you were saying earlier. Like, it really does. Like, okay, you gotta check yourself every day,
Oh, I'm doing it all the time,
like that's just,
all the time.
I think that's the nature that we get into once we get this level of awareness of our own selves, that we
The more
start
we-
practicing that becomes our habit now, is checking our ego instead of living in it.
Yeah. And the more you check your own ego, the more you see the ego in others. And I was dealing with this, I don't know, months ago, about how triggered I get when I see someone else's ego. And hey, man, I'm doing so much work on my own ego, and you can't even see it. You're like completely blind to your own ego, and it's amplified. But then in itself, the whole situation in itself, the whole mirror theory thing,
Yeah.
because you're looking for it. It's like when you buy a red car, every car you see is red. It's another shade of red. Or you buy a Jeep, and everywhere you go, you see nothing but Jeeps. It's the same concept, but it's because you're focused on your ego every 5-10 minutes. Okay, did I say that? Did that come out right? Am I into my ego when I said that? Or am I pouring into my purpose?
Yeah.
Those two things make you see the ego even more deeply in other people, and
Oh,
that
man.
too triggers you. So in essence, because you're checking your ego so much, it amplifies everybody else's around you. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, absolutely.
So
Absolutely.
it's like, okay, I see this newfound person that I want to be, and I'm constantly checking my ego nonstop. But everybody is so caught up in their self, and they're caught up in their own things, and they're not seeing it. And I even speak on this to my family and my friends and the people that are close to me. And you don't, for the better sake of people's feelings, you're like, oh, it's a touchy subject. I can't tell this guy to check his ego. He's upset right now. That's not going to be productive.
Yeah.
So you sit with it. It sits and it resonates with you. And then you realize in those moments of silence, when someone else's ego is showing, how imperative it is that you check your own ego. Because you see it. It's like you're getting, consciousness is giving you exactly what you want.
Uh-huh.
It's what you're focusing on. The more you check into your ego, the more you're going to see other people's egos. And the more it's going to test your ego and your center.
Uh-huh. And you can go as far down the rabbit hole
as you want to.
Well, I feel like there's a line that people do cross at some point, and the want is that they stay in that rabbit hole and conform to being there.
Most people operate from fear,
and so like, if you don't stay in that rabbit hole, you come back out and you get to stay in that enlightenment, in that joyful flow of energy, and understanding that where you focus your energy is what you're going to receive. So knowing that once you reach the awareness, I feel like it just becomes a practice. It becomes a normal habit for a person to understand when their ego starts becoming present and when it's not present. So it's not an exercise for us anymore. It's
right.
It's not
it almost
something
comes
we
like
actually,
secondhand.
we don't have to focus our energy there anymore. You
No.
understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So now
After you do the rewiring in your
Right.
brain,
exactly,
you start seeing things change.
that's what frees up, the ability to create that magical life that you want to live in front of you.
For sure.
Because
You
you're able
really-
to focus your energy towards that, what's becoming in front of you, instead of being distracted by what actually is happening in front of you.
Exactly. It's what you're focused on.
Yeah.
What you focus
Yeah.
on becomes the
Yeah.
reality.
Exactly.
It really does.
Mhm.
And at one point, This is a good question to ask you. At what point do you think maybe when you had your accident, maybe that was the point where
Oh yeah.
you had an aha moment? At what point do you
Yeah.
do you realize this information, this like divine information?
Yeah, that was divine intervention. Loud and clear for sure, man. That was
Yeah.
crazy. But yeah, like
And that pours into your purpose big
yeah,
time.
yeah. Well, and you know, for me, as you know, on this awakening journey that has been happening, uh, it's the growth is awesome. And at some point, you do stop healing, and you do get to focus your energy on just growth. And I feel like that's the point I've reached finally. And it feels really good to grow, and I'm really excited to start producing some fruit for the world. That you know, I am a full cup of energy that's been provided by the heavens above, and I don't know how to categorize it, but it's just going to come out through me, and I'm going to start recording as much of it as possible, and we're going to make content out of it, and it's going to
It's more
very-
of a feeling than
be
anything.
very enjoyable. It's going to be very rewarding. It's going to be knowledgeable. We're going to have a lot of fun with it and spread the knowledge and the vibe that the world is today. That we see the world as today.